possession. What a pass to Embiid! My goodness! Posterizes Baines and the Fox.
Lined up as if they're coming after him, and they do. And he's in trouble. Wentz will be escaping from the 18-yard line. How in the world did that happen? First down out to the 44-yard.
This is your host with the most Philly Jim coming at you guys with another video today. And Doug Peterson, he addressed the media just a little while ago to discuss some of the injuries, starters, and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles secondary. You have Ronald Darby starting. Ronald Darby is healthy. Ronald Darby is going to start. Tore his ACL in the first Cowboys game, trying to cover Amari Cooper. But he is back to form, and he's going to go out there and start. So we brought back Ronald Darby on a 1-year, $8 million deal. So we're hoping we see something out of him week one. He really doesn't have a lot to worry about with the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins are weak in the receiving core. So there's no headliner. There's no receiver that's going to be a total X factor in this game that you got to watch out for. So yeah, this is a good way for Ronald Darby to get back in the groove. On the other side, second round pick in 2017, Sidney Jones. We all know that I made a video about Sidney Jones a few months ago. I expect Sidney Jones to emerge this year. And this is his opportunity to emerge. Jalen Mills is hurt right now, which is why Sidney Jones has this opportunity. He has this opportunity to go out and show that he can be the player that he was drafted to be. He has his chance. I think Sidney Jones is talented. I think he has the talent. I think he battled a lot of injuries, a lot of hamstrings last year, going into games hurt and what have you. He just looked really bad. But he has an opportunity now, and we're hoping we can get the best out of Sidney Jones. Also, Avonte Maddox is playing in the slot. As we know, Avonte Maddox has very, 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 very good versatility. This guy can play anywhere in the secondary. It doesn't matter what position it is. It doesn't matter outside corner, slot corner. He can play safety. He can do it all. Great player. So he will be locking down the slot going forward with this team. So yeah, that's pretty much your starting secondary. Although Doug Peterson also says Rasul Douglas is going to mix in. So Rasul Douglas is not just going to be standing on the sideline the whole time. I think Rasul has really improved since he's came into the league, former third, fourth round pick from West Virginia. He has really played well, and he's going to get some playing time. Sidney Jones is the starter, but Rasul is also going to play. In other news, with the Philadelphia Eagles secondary, our friend Cre'Von LeBlanc has been re-signed to he has signed to a 1-year extension on his current deal. So I don't have the details for that. I just saw it, but later on I will check that out, and just so I know. And I'll leave it in the comment section, the details of Cre'Von LeBlanc's deal. But I really like this move. Cre'Von LeBlanc, he came into the team last year when all these defensive backs were hurt. He came in and he really balled out. Now, he stepped in and he played a lot in the slot. There's a lot of plays that you can point to that jump right out to you. First play in the divisional round against the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans gets the ball, and Drew Brees drops back to pass. He throws it up for grabs, and Cre'Von LeBlanc is right there. It always feels like either Cre'Von LeBlanc or Avonte Maddox are always going to be around the football to make a play. And they were. He made both of them. They made plays in the Chicago Bears game, the previous game. There's a play where Mitch Trubisky, he drops back to pass, and he finds a wide open Anthony Miller. Now, if Anthony Miller holds on to this ball, he's able to complete the catch. The Bears can probably get 3 points on the board before halftime, and we're probably having another conversation. The Chicago Bears may have eliminated us, but because of little details, the little things, play is never over. Cre'Von LeBlanc, he gets in there and he rips the ball away, and it's an incomplete pass. Makes all the difference. Cre'Von LeBlanc was spectacular last year, and having him, getting him back whenever we do get him back, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to play against the Washington Redskins. But when we do, we have depth in our secondary that gives us the options to move Malcolm Jenkins around. Malcolm Jenkins can play a hybrid role. He can play a little bit of linebacker. He can play Maddox at safety, Rodney McLeod. We have Andrew Sendejo. We have a lot of guys in our secondary, both corners and safety. So getting Cre'Von LeBlanc back will give us the options to use these guys and let them really showcase their versatility. As we know, Avonte Maddox has that along with Malcolm Jenkins. So having Cre'Von LeBlanc come back to that slot role can really confuse offenses, I think, with these guys in the secondary. They don't know where they're going to line up. They don't know. They're going to switch people in and out. It's going to be good. So that is it for the secondary. So Doug Peterson, he also gave some updates as far as the injuries go. Brandon Brooks looking good. Fletcher Cox looking good. Nigel Bradham looking good. All these guys that we've been talking about, well, he's hurt, hasn't been in practice, hasn't been doing this, he's been that, we're not sure about him. You know, is he going to play against Washington? Is he not? All these guys are going to play according to what Doug Peterson says. And, yeah, I mean, we're getting the leader of our, well, not the leader of our defense, but our best player on defense, Fletcher Cox. Well, Fletcher Cox is still a leader on this team, but Malcolm Jenkins, I think most people would agree, is the undoubted leader, maybe on the whole team, besides Carson Wentz, of course. But, yeah, I mean, we're getting Fletcher Cox back. We're getting Nigel Bradham back. We're getting our guys back. So it's going to be good. And Jason Peters is going to start at left tackle. But, don't be surprised if the Philadelphia Eagles try to find ways to get first-round pick Andre Dillard onto the field. Doug Peterson says, you know, losing Richard Rodgers for the year, well, not for the year, but for the time being, kind of sucks because Richard Rodgers, he was gonna be our third tight end. I think he was gonna be in a Brett Selleck type of role, be a blocking tight end. He's gonna use Andre Dillard as a blocking tight end. Don't be surprised. The Philadelphia Eagles run some 12 personnel. They have Zach Ertz on the field. They have Dallas Goedert on the field at the same time. They bring in Andre Dillard as a third tight end, and he has the first of all, he has the athleticism to do some of that once in a while. And if you just tell him to block a heavy set and you turn around and hand the ball to Jordan Howard on 4th and 1, you're going to be in good shape. You're going to be in really good shape because you just got a lot of guys who can block up front. You put Andre Dillard in as a blocking tight end. I think we're going to be able to hit some people in the mouth, be a really physical football team. And in today's NFL, teams love the finesse, and teams don't like to be physical. So that plays to our advantage. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it with the Doug Peterson press conference. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. As always, guys, go Birds. And check me out on Joe Shake's channel later in the week, the Philly Fanatics channel. Going to be on with those guys talking about the Washington Redskins matchup. Can't wait for that, guys. But enjoy Labor Day and take care. Go Birds.
Now you should have never doubted me. The pain and the struggle followed me. My daddy never been that bothered me, and these cold streets made a man of me. Knew a time